Yay! Welcome back,
everyone, to the Unadvanced Dungeons & Dragons podcast, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, where we don't know anything about... where we don't know how to say anything.
Or do Dungeons & Dragons. My name's JJ.
I'm Wendell.
I'm Elijah.
I'm Marshall.
And welcome to the campaign.
Woo! Yeah, once again we're using
D&D
Beyond like last time.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Have to make sure we emphasize that a lot.
Yeah, but we've been editing the first podcast, and
we lost
all our progress. So
we didn't lose the audio, but we lost the editing progress.
So we're just a little bit sad about that, but to cure,
we got Dungeons and Dragons to keep us happy.
We got what we know about Dungeons and Dragons to keep us happy. So
I roll dice to forget.
So
I roll to forget, but I always remember.
So why don't we just jump right into it?
We're gonna jump right into it.
Last we left off.
Last time, what happened? JJ, this time you can tell us exactly what happened last time.
Yeah, JJ, what happened?
Last time?
JJ.
So the whole thing,
everything
or just the last thing
what
that
happened? Just in general, short summary, what happened last time?
Alright, so, last time, Dill Moonsong and the gang, that's their team name. No, we all went out to the bar individually.
Wait, I have a better idea. I want Dill Moonsong to tell me how he thinks everything went.
Dill Moonsong, yesterday I went out with a couple. Well, I went by myself to the tavern to drink some ale, to forget my ever-impending death, but mostly I went to have a great time. When I got there were a couple interesting individuals. We kind of hit it off. But what ended up happening is that we kind of pissed off the barkeep. I arm wrestled a Goliath. I fucking beat him, 'cause I'm the best! And we went outside, it was raining, and then the gods were dead, and then there was a monster, and then the monster was dead, 'cause we killed it with swords and magic and whatever Lou did. and then we dead, and then we woke up in the hospital not dead, and then the nurse with big boobies came up to us and was like, "There are crystals, boys!" And we were like, "What the fuck?" And then we looked at our arms and we're like, "Oh my gosh, there are crystals on us!" And then, I grabbed the chisel. I broke the crystals off, and then I ran to my house because I'm a pet. And I was worried about him.
What was your pet's name?
Pebbles. My pet bear named Pebbles was doing A-okay, and Dad, a man knocked on our door, and eventually we got to the tavern, and he was like, "We need to talk." And now we are in the tavern. Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Dill. Before we continue, I believe that Lou has some kind of change going on. He's going through puberty.
Yeah, so, with the bloodlines in this world, my bloodline was originally that if I successfully persuaded someone, I would, as if by magic, cast the charm person spell on that. That's kind of just like story poison, because then almost any NPC, I can attempt to charm them. So, we're changing that. So I got some extra arms now when I want them. It's a thing. You'll find out more about it later.
Do we know this?
Yes.
It's like it's been there the whole time.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, he's always had how many arms? 4?
I just have...
You can just have more?
Yeah, it's like... It
you're
ties
like,
in with my
you're
shapeshifter
You're like,
things.
"More arm, please."
Yeah.
Yes. Alright. So, you are at the tavern. Old man. There was something important we must talk about.
Did we know his name?
No.
No. It's a bit early in the morning to talk right now.
It is the middle of the day.
Yeah, but I just woke up. So, and I yell out, barmaid.
No one comes.
Someone please come with coffee.
Someone please
come with coffee.
A barman comes up and he has like a little the coffee kettle and a little teacup. Coffee, sir.
Thank you, and I take the kettle.
That was boiling hot.
And I throw it.
You're gonna have to pay.
And I slam down 10 gold.
Okay.
Now get out of here! And I yell and I scare him away.
He runs away.
Alright, now get talking, you old...
Well, we can't exactly talk here.
Well, why did we bring you here?
You brought me here.
You did tell us we have to... Oh no, we did that. Yeah, that tracks actually. We did bring you here.
Wow, good call, guys.
Well,
I need you to come back with me to the library.
the library? We have a fucking library in this town?
Yes.
What the hell?
So, if you look at are you going to go with the man?
I say yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
why not?
Alright, so if you're looking at a map where he's taking you, there's a little square in the marketplace. That's actually a giant tower
Oh.
that is 200 feet tall.
Yeah.
It is very large.
Yeah, I noticed it before, maybe.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Of course you did. No, you've probably been drunk this whole time.
Not yet, I just had my coffee.
You're right, you're completely sober. You're fine.
Nice.
Marshall probably has, considering
Yes, I have
he's
been
lived here.
Yes.
Well, actually, no one's been in the library, as it has been locked for a very, very long time.
I mean, I've been around.
The library is a very large tower that's in the center of the marketplace, and it is typically locked, and no one goes inside. So as this man leads you inside, you notice a lot of the town village are the door is open, and they're all watching you closely as you walk inside.
Hey! Mind your business.
No.
We are custodians doing our... How long has this thing been closed for?
Well, you wouldn't know, but in their time, in normal time.
Their time.
In their time. Everyone's time is different. Time's relative, by the way. Life is meaningless.
Welcome to our Deep D&D podcast, where we delve caves and delve the deeper existential meaning of life.
We dive deep into caves and delve even deeper into what life even means.
So why do you think it is you have depression?
Roll for existentially crisis. Natural 20. We got there, boys.
Woo!
It's all 20s here.
So...
All ones in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, true.
So, for them, it's been closed for 50 years.
We are doing a 50-year
Biannually
cleanup.
The 50-year biannually?
Yeah,
That's twice a year.
twice every 50
Wait,
years. Buy our things over there. And I point and we go into the abandoned library.
So you go into the library, and when you walk inside, you see it's on all sides of it, around the whole thing, are curved bookshelves going all the way to the top.
I got a question.
Yeah?
How are the bookshelves curved?
Don't worry about it, it's magical!
But books are squares. Come on, game designers, get with it.
Okay, I'll get with it. So you walk in and there's a single book on the floor.
All right,
So
wait.
you walk
So it's curved.
It's a curved tower. There are no stairs and no ladders to speak of, so you have no idea how those books got up there, but they're up there. The main floor is covered in spider webs, dust, open books, maps, quills, ink splotches. Someone's been living in here, but they're not a very clean person.
Someone hasn't been doing their biannual cleaning.
I'm sorry.
The old man, he walks over to the desk, he sits down, he coughs, and he claps his hands. And all of a sudden, the entire room comes to life. Books are flying off the shelves, they're flying around. There's two little fairies that come out, and they start reading the books and then sending them off to different bookshelves. There's dust being flown everywhere. In fact, I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw to see if you get hit by one of these flying books.
I get advantage because I'm a barbarian. 17 for me.
8.
20.
Oh, you're good. Lou immediately notices that this is a dangerous situation.
The dust. It'll get you.
The books. The dusty books! Transforms into Brian. Grabs our good friend Errol Crocker, who's like, I don't know what's going on.
Whoa! Look at all these books! Wow!
It's like, ooh, magic! It's so starry-eyed. That's the word I was looking for.
Wario.
He's like looking at Wario, who is just somehow in the corner now. He's like, wah! I'm Wario. And he grabs you and is like, you're such a fucking fool.
Yeah.
And protects you from the books, and you're just natural dodging abilities.
dodging the dust.
Books. Yes, all the dust. Every single particle of dust.
Bro. I'm fucking beast.
Beast.
Alright, so...
Frostman, you've been gone for days! We were starting to think you'd died of old age while you were walking around.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, we were getting worried. Oh, shut it, I was not worried. These two fairies fly down and give the old man, who you now know is named Frostman, a big hug on his fingers, because they are tiny.
His fingers are tiny or they're
No,
tiny?
they're tiny, they're fairies.
Oh, okay. He has itty-bitty sausage fingies.
Sausage
Fingy.
These little fingies. You two need to stop your bickering. We have the largest library in all of Mythra, and it's not even fully organized. Anyways, we have guests, and if I could bother you two to not fight, it's been many years since we've had company. To this point, they turn to notice your presence.
Hello.
Hello!
I just stare.
Oh, I am so terribly... Oh, sorry, no. Oh, I'm so terribly sorry.
We're Italian now, boys.
Both of us, I am poor Alan. And I am
Wha-
Sir Alan. Please forgive our rude behavior.
Wait, are you both named Alan and one of you is poor and one of you is a boy, or is there one of
I
you
am
that's...
Sir Alan, and I am poor Alan.
Yes, but...
No, the Sir, I think. It's Sir Alan and Poor Alan.
Yeah, are they both named Alan? One of
Yes.
them's just poor, and one of them's a boy, or is it
Well, like Sir could be like rich.
No, their parents hate them, and that's just their names.
so your
Poor
name?
Alan and Sor Alan.
So it's
Sor.
Sor Alan?
Oh,
Sor Alan and Poor
so one of
Alan.
them can fly. We know that for a fact, based on the name, and also they're flying.
Oh, like Sor, like fly out.
They've just been flying around the room.
Okay, so why'd you bring us into this library? And I turn to Frostman.
Well, I brought you to the library because I need you to all read something.
Oh, well, yeah.
He starts
you
flying.
He starts flying?
He starts floating.
Floating?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, goddamn.
He starts floating up, and he's kind of like just going around the room, looking at all the bookshelves, like, no, not you. No, not you. Oh, you. No, not you. You. He opens it, starts flipping through. No, not you.
You'd
Grab
think
one-
our hosts would have something a little more prepared.
Yeah, and I turn to my team and I'm like, this guy's a nut job. Why are we even here?
I don't know. I don't know. That's it.
He flies down holding a book. It's huge. About
Well, is it huge
It is like
compared to
5 times the size of the fairies, who are like the size of his. Well, I guess that wouldn't be very big.
No.
No.
It's a book.
It's about
100 times.
how big would you say Dill Moonsong's head is?
Well, he is... Dill Moonsong stands at 6 feet 3 inches. So his head would be proportionate to that. So his head is probably a bit larger than everyone else's. Also, he's a half-orc, so his head's just gonna be bulbous anyways.
So,
So
Big.
so in metric, no.
5 times bigger than your head.
What the hell?
It's a very large book.
How's
and
he
it's
hold-
kind of like falling apart. It's very old.
How is he even holding it? That's like if I like. That's like if a midget. That's a midget.
That's a midget.
It's magic.
It's a magic midget.
Magic midget.
Oh, I mean,
The book is just a person that reads things back to you.
I mean dwarf. Anyway, so he brings his book
It's a
down.
tiny person.
So he brings this book down.
Brings his book down. Lance, he opens it up. He puts it on a little pedestal. It's flipping through it. Dust is just kind of flying everywhere. There's some pages that are just kind of being torn out of the book if I'm just naturally flipping it. Ah, here it is. I want you all to come around.
I come around.
Come all around.
No!
If you don't cut that out of the podcast, I'm suing somebody.
Who?
Somebody.
Well, I don't know. But if you want a sponsor from D&D Beyond, that's not gonna cut.
Obama. Obama, we're coming after
Obama.
you. All right. So I'm looking at the book. What do I see?
You see 3 things in the book besides the text. There's 3 pictures on the pages. There's one of giants. There's one of flowing red blood. And one of the crystals that were on your arm.
Hey. What are those giants doing there? And what's with the Kool-Aid?
Your immediate question isn't the crystals that were once attached to your arm in there.
Oh yeah, that too. Well, I was saving the best for last.
Well, this book tells of a very old legend about how our world came to be.
Oh.
I like history.
I'm not too. I have a -1 in it, so.
Essentially, back at the beginning, there was a war between the gods and the giants, as a lot of legends go. But the giants lost this war and fell to the earth that we now stand on. And some had said that their bodies had become the land masses that we stand upon.
What a cool myth.
It's not a myth.
Well, you
Well,
just,
it was
you
a
just
myth.
said it was a myth.
It's destiny.
Okay, shut up. I'm old and senile. My name is Frostman. Do you expect me to be smart?
Are you a giant?
No.
Are you sure? Your name is Frostman. You can
Yes.
see where I would be confused.
Frostman. Sidsby Frostman.
One more time.
Sidsby Frostman.
Sigsby?
Sidsby. SIDSBY FROSTMUN Frostman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. Whoever your mother was.
Well, his name is JJ Big Ski.
Nuh-uh. Well, whoever this JJ Big Ski is. Fuck you. No, I can't listen. Oh, what?
Keep going.
What's with this? What, we're standing on giants?
Essentially, the legend goes that the war happened, and it lasted for thousands of years, until eventually the gods had taken over the giants and beaten them, and they fell down to the earth, and they were dead, and so the land just kind of formed around them, and they've become kind of the land masses that you all stand on.
That's pretty cool.
And what does this have to do with us? I'm no giant. I'm huge, but I'm no giant.
Well,
got a
that's
point
the
there.
thing. For a long time, people believed that our traits, our blood, came from the giants, that they had infected us. And I believe that these crystals are a long-form virus that came from that, and they're starting to sprout now. As you read here in the book, and he leans out into the book and he starts reading out to you the following phrases. The crystal bloods ruled the earth at one point. They disappeared for thousands of years, never to return again. However, some believe that they will come back to take back the land that they had lost.
And I look to the rest of my party, and
Let out a big fart.
And rip a large one.
well, so those crystals are kind of like a virus.
Yes. I do believe you're all infected, but I think that it's advanced in a way if those crystals come into contact with you.
Well, what's happening to us then?
Well, I took the body, well, what I could find of the body kind of exploded, and of the crystals I found, and I examined them, and what I found was, when used with a subject, they drive the person insane to the point of mindlessly attacking anyone, and their seemingly only goal in life is to spread the crystal to other people.
I don't want that.
Well,
Not the worst way to live.
Yeah, for me.
wait. Are you saying that we're infected?
I think everyone is.
But
You have most of certainly. You've had it in your system.
Well, but how is everyone infected if we're the only ones to
Well,
keep
it's
it?
blood from the giants that creates the crystals. If our blood traits from
So-
the legend says truly come from the blood of the giants, I think that virus is in everyone. It's just that this certain blood kind of advanced it. And that this crystal contains bacteria and
Is he
infected
holding
poison.
the crystal?
He's holding it.
So
He's holding a crystal.
you're infected too now!
It hasn't cut my sister's blood. That's the point. As soon as it comes into contact with an open wound and gets into your system, your infection is advanced.
What if you,
That's why it knocked you out for 3 days.
well, what if you, eat it?
You're welcome to try.
An honest question. Well, what if you eat it?
No way, no way.
You're welcome to try.
No, Liz, hear me out. As long as it doesn't, if you could grind it up into a fine enough powder. All I'm saying is that if the problem is in the crystal itself.
Do you know
If you
what-
listen,
do you know how the
when you
digestive
eat
tract
things,
works?
when you eat things, they don't go into your bloodstream per se. So,
It does draw on it from nutrients.
you
Are there any
get
nutrients in it?
Exactly. It's a virus, presumably unnutritious. Grind it up, eat it. Crystals are gone, no more virus. Easy game.
So our quest is to eat old crystals.
Are you wanting to try this?
Well, I mean, it's
don't.
a solid crystal, so I couldn't
I
eat
can
it.
grind it into a powder like
Stop.
you so feel.
Well, can I? If you do,
Wait,
that,
why not? Why can't we test this?
what is the worst thing that can happen?
You die.
I mean,
There are worse things. Yes, you stated like previously in the conversation. There
Well,
are
I guess the
worse
worst thing that
things
could happen, you become affected and become mindless and want to kill it.
well, we were already infected by the crystals, so maybe that'll just happen again.
That's the true.
And then we just break the crystals and get out like we did before.
What if you make me the powder and I keep it for later?
Later ingestion?
I like that idea.
I get munchy.
I did much.
Oh, okay.
Great.
He goes over to the corner, he kind of like stomps on the ground, and like a trap door appears, and he kind of like starts going downstairs, and then a hand comes out of nowhere and goes, "Come along now."
Oh.
You heard him, and I point to the two fairies.
No, not us. We have organizing to do.
You heard him. Go. and I point to Plume. And yeah, go.
Okay. And I follow.
I go also.
You stay upstairs.
Well, yeah, I don't trust this bastard.
So you go downstairs, and it's like as high as it goes up is as high as it goes down. There's no railing. Also, it's just a curved staircase going down.
Cool.
And as you're going down, there's some little platforms that have like cages, and inside are like different monsters.
Ooh.
You see what was it again?
Is there a cockatrice in here?
No.
Damn.
Well, if there is, can we get its eggs?
Yes, please.
That's not canonical. I made that part up.
Inside joke.
Because in some you see some crystals, like some people who are infected and have become mindless and are trying to break out,
Ooh.
but like they can't. They're not successful at breaking out. You see just some general things, like you see a person who is just like kind of a reanimated corpse.
Can I roll history to see if I know about this, whatever his name is? Frost Boy?
Frostman?
Yeah, Frost Boy.
Said to be Frostman?
Yeah.
By the way,
Real good at that. 12.
by the way, I want to point out. Okay, I'll remember the 12. I want to point out that Sensby Frostman was the name for a character that I DM'd a long time ago that JJ made.
Yes.
He's a human fighter.
Oh. Kind of a one-trick pony, hey?
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of useless. You know, he had a magical item that made him run real fast, and he had an axe.
A magical pebble.
Yeah, it was a bunch of rocks that would make him run fast.
Pebble.
He had a magic pebble that when he threw it turned into a giant boulder.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And then he also has...
Didn't he have a stick? And wasn't the stick the key to the pebble?
Yeah, the stick would work sometimes with the pebble, but... Oh, I remember he had an axe.
What edition
that
is
did,
this?
This is my version.
Oh.
But I remember he had an axe that did frost damage and draining necrotic damage, and I called it Frosty the Vampire.
I like it.
My names weren't as good then, okay?
Literally, he saw a poster on my wall that was of Sidney
Crosby.
Crosby and went, Sidney Frostman.
Anyways.
So, what you can't really remember much of him. Like, you can't recall anything from memory, but he does kind of, like, rub you the wrong way. Like, you feel like you should know him, but it's just lost on you.
Cool.
So you see the reanimated corpse, you see some skeletons that are also walking around, and then at the very bottom, you see a giant pit with, like, a little, like, mesh cave over it with a basilisk in it.
Ooh. Those are pretty cool.
How deep is the pit?
I said same way up, same way down, 200 feet
No,
down.
but like the pit with the basilisk.
The pit with the basilisk in it is like 50 feet down,
Wow. Okay.
I think.
I have my bag of rations, and I am just... So, how's your day been?
Well, I always change your voice. I can't ever get the right voice. I'll just do the one I know I can do. Our voices are cool.
Okay, and I'm like, I just keep eating my rations, and I'm like walking around the library upstairs, just looking around.
You see a lot of books flying around.
I grab one.
Cool. You grab the history of cheese.
Yo.
My backpack.
Cool. You have the history of cheese.
All right. Is there anything in this room that would be of use to me?
There's the desk with a bunch of supplies on it.
I go to the desk and can I search through the desk?
Yeah, investigation.
Oh shit. Damn it. 5.
It's a desk. You're like, man, there's a lot of things on here. And you're just like kind of dumbfounded by the amount of things that are on the desk that you don't know what to do.
Whoa! What are this? Whoa! This is so cool! And I like pick
Stop
up.
doing visual
And I
gags.
pick up a random like whatever's really shiny to me, and I'm like, whoa! I really wish that I had this, and I just put it back on the desk.
You don't take it, you just put it back.
But and then I just find the. Are there drawers to the desk?
Yeah,
Can I open one?
sure.
I open one.
There's like crystal in there.
Is that the only drawer?
Yeah, there's only one drawer.
And there's a crystal in there.
Yep.
One of the crystals from before?
Yes.
I close the.
I sliced my skin with it.
I close the drawer.
I recall using my very smart intellect. He mentioned something about crystals and great power.
I don't want to mess with that. Is there like? Oh, I guess I don't really know. I grab what I assume is, if there is, paper, like parchment, a quill, and ink
Okay.
off the desk.
All right.
What I assume is that.
Okay. So what you assume is that what you actually grabbed.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You grabbed a map of the city.
Oh, okay.
You grabbed a literal stick,
Ooh,
just a stick,
Yes.
and a bottle of water, like a water skin.
Oh, is it full?
No.
Or I guess I have 2 water skins now. Oh well. All right. And then I have that book, History of
History
Cheese.
of cheese.
All right, keep going with your plot. Well, as I do fuck shit.
So he's made his way to the bottom now, and you guys have 2. Well, where's your other friend? I thought wasn't there another one of you?
He can't go upstairs. It's a thing.
These are downstairs.
Well, then how would he get back up?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Oh, I really like that. Yep.
That better stay in the podcast.
Yep, you're right.
Okay.
God damn it. Well, that makes sense then. He walks over to a little like alchemy desk or alchemy station, and he kind of like puts the crystal down in a bowl. He pulls out a giant hammer and then just starts beating it.
Compensating for something.
No.
Is it making a loud noise?
Yeah.
Do I hear it?
Yeah.
Can I peek my head through like the hole and just look down?
Sure.
Is it really dark or is it brightly lit?
There's torches on the walls.
Can I see what's going on?
You see him, a giant hammer, and then hitting a desk.
A giant hammer? I keep watching eagerly. just like I have my hands over like where it kind of connects and like my eyes are peering over the edge. I'm like, ooh, what's going on?
Ooh. So he's just beating the ever-living crap out of this crystal. And he looks at it. Not good enough. Keeps going. Okay, it's good now. He puts it all into like a little like a leather sack. Ties it up. Hands it over to you.
Thanks.
Do with that as you wish. Just don't kill anyone.
That's what we're here for. Presumably. I mean, eventually that will is that a separate... Is it with the dust? Is that a separate clause?
I'm not here to kill people. I don't know about you.
You should bring up the hammer!
What was that?
Oh, Jesus! It was God! You should...
Are you speaking to me again? I thought we weren't on speaking terms.
I'm sorry, but I just really want that hammer.
We'll amend our friendship.
Bye-bye.
Well, I guess God wants me to bring up the hammer.
He works in mysterious ways.
I say that. He works in mysterious ways.
Cool, I walk upstairs.
Go upstairs. I go upstairs too.
Me too.
He has the giant hammer.
Yes!
Where's God? I thought he wanted
Is he
this.
upstairs
Yeah.
now?
Where's
Oh,
God?
for me, thank you, and I just take it.
But,
Thank you.
but,
Is it like a warhammer?
yeah.
Sick.
Anyways, Snow Boy. Anyways, Snow Boy, what's next? What do you want us to do?
Well, there's things you could do, but
Okay.
ultimately
list
it's up to you. Oh, well.
them. Say we were playing a game about adventure. Where would you want us to go?
Just hypothetically.
Just hypothetically speaking here. Well, there's multiple things you could do. There's I've heard of some reports that in the nearby town, Witham, that there's been some disappearances going on. The capital of Uxbrid, there's probably a lot of things going on there along with the virus. That is one of the most populated areas nearby.
That's where we are.
No, you're in the country of Uxbrid. The capital is also called Uxbrid.
Oh, kind of like Quebec, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
The capital is Uxbrid, and the country is Uxbrid.
Okay. Well, I got a hammer, so.
That's all that I care about.
And I got a stick, and I got a book!
Oh, jeez! So, the capital is probably a good place to start, unless you want to go to Witham and look at those disappearances. You could also hire a boat to take you to Dead Man's Isle.
I do like the sound of dead men.
Well, they're already dead. There's no fun in that.
Look, here's the thing. The farther away we get from
Here, I know your
Here.
deal. I remember.
is good. Well, not just here. As long as we don't retrace our steps, I'll be fine.
So why are we going to these places again?
Well, Witham has disappearances that might be related, or not related. I don't know, the disappearances, so that might mean something. Uxbrid would be a good place to go if you want to find some more information and maybe see there's a large population there, so if there's some crystal happenings, would be a good place to go.
Well, if I haven't adventured in a long time.
There's also Dead Man's Isle. There's been some ghost stories about Dead Man's Isle, and just in general, they've been wanting someone to go. I'm sure there'd be a good amount of gold in it for you if you went to Dead Man's Isle.
I don't want gold, I want cool toys.
Well, I think that if we're really gonna get to the bottom of this and figure out maybe how to cure ourselves, because I'm really worried about that, I think we need to get some more information.
That's fair.
Probably head to the capital.
That's a pretty good idea. I like that idea.
I'm open to whatever.
I have a map of the city, right?
Yeah,
Not the continent?
not the continent.
Which,
However, if you wanted a map, you could probably get one easily.
give me a map.
I don't think he means
Give me a map! And I intimidate him.
Okay, roll.
18.
A map of what? Map.
I didn't think this I didn't expect a follow-up question. I would like a map of Oxbridge.
Well, the capital or the continent?
Both.
Okay. So, very shakily, he runs over to his desk. He starts, like, shuffling through everything. Pulls out 2 maps. One of the country of Oxbridge and one of the capital.
Ah, yes. And I stick them in my backpack.
Cool.
And I ask,
Can I have my hammer back?
is it a warhammer or is it a light hammer?
It's a warhammer.
How is he holding it?
Don't worry about
So
it.
wait, is it a... So is it a light hammer? How tall is Sidsby?
He's taller than you.
Sidsby the human fighter's taller than me?
Yep.
He's a wizard now.
What the why is he taller though? Is he wearing a big cloak?
Yeah.
I lift up his cloak just to see if he's wearing platform shoes.
He's not, and you see his wrinkly dick.
You forgot to tuck yours in your sock too, didn't you? Well, I put down his... Oh my god, well, no. You're big enough as it is. There's no way you need your hammer.
But I use it to break things. How do you think I relieve stress?
But magic.
I,
What about any other weapons that you might have?
don't tell me you're gonna try and steal them too.
Well, I don't want to steal weapons. I just want to know maybe what else you might have. Maybe an axe of sorts. That I'd be willing to maybe give back your hammer and to give you this, and I unwield my greatsword.
Is that...
It's mine.
No, on the sword. And you look up at the sword, and you look up at the sword,
I'm looking.
and you see dripping from it, from where you had cut the beast, dripping from there is like purplish blood. Have you not looked at that since?
I have. I just knew that you'd really want to look at it.
I'll let you keep it if you let me just have a vial of that.
Well, that was not the deal. I'll give you the whole sword and your hammer if you have anything worthwhile of maybe an axe of sorts.
Let me check. He goes back downstairs. I just hear like things being flown around, smashing into walls. You hear like,
Oh yeah, Elijah, this is happening.
you hear like a cat meow.
Buy one.
Shirley is not to be bought.
Have an individual character. Are you gonna shoot the same barbarian back too?
is to be traded. He comes back upstairs. He's like, "Well, I got these," and he like dumps down like giant pile of weapons.
Right.
And on the very top is a great axe.
I don't have inept magical sensing abilities, but do I sense any magic from any of these?
You do not have the possibility of sensing the magic.
Can I?
You know,
Can I try?
You can try your best.
I try to tell my friend Plume.
Who is the wizard bard?
Yes.
Hey, do you have a spell that can maybe detect magic of sorts?
I don't have a spell like that, but I can see if, with my arcana wisdom, if I can detect if there is any magical properties on this axe, maybe.
Alright, well...
Are you okay?
Sorry, I'm just allergic to weapons.
Could have said dust.
But I dodged the dust.
Every particle.
Arcana? Yeah. Well, I would help you on that one, but I'm not that magically inclined.
Dropped a ring.
So is there a way that you could maybe sift out a magical item from this pile for me?
Can I roll to sense any
Yes, you can
arcane
sift.
magics?
You can roll the sense.
I'm guessing I use my Arcana.
Yeah.
That would be... Wait, 1, 2, 3... 10.
You do not sense a magic weapon.
Cool. I don't sense anything magical in this pile, but maybe there's something magical in this room.
Yeah, no
Maybe.
shit, Sherlock. There's
I don't
fairies and flying books around.
Probably. I'm just guessing.
Hey! Are any of those magic?
No, they're just my weapons.
Yeah.
I use them to defend myself in case one of my creatures escapes.
Yeah,
Maybe-
but are
maybe
any
should've
of
tried
them
that
magical?
first.
Do any of them have special properties?
Well, I wouldn't be aware. I can
Couldn't-
sure as heck look.
Couldn't you also just keep the creatures better secured?
Well, they're pretty well secured, but I don't know if you saw we were standing over a basilisk downstairs. That has
the
escaped.
fuck is a whack-a-biss?
Whack-a-biss.
Anyways, are any of them magic or not?
No. They're
No?
magical.
Fuck! Damn it!
Only surely for you.
I guess I'll have to settle for this bitch, and I pick up the great axe.
He takes back the warhammer and the blood.
I'll
Eat
give
sword.
him the whole great sword.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
I said the bloody sword.
Yeah, okay.
He kind of he rushes over, grabs a vial from the corner, come on. There we go. And then he just kind of throws it into the pile.
Wow, thank you for treating her gently.
So you guys said you were going to the capital, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
plan.
probably.
If I could ask you to take this vial with you and just find my friend and tell him I need this kind of analyzed. I don't have the material to do it here.
Sweet, now I have drinks too.
Please don't drink this. This is the blood directly from the beast that you killed.
What if I mix the dust and the powder?
But blood has nutrients.
Does have nutrients, that's a good point.
Yeah, you
So it'll go into
idiot.
your system. So I suggest for now not drinking anything. Just eat
You.
the dust.
I'll give this to you.
Thank you.
That won't stop me.
Uh-oh.
Please, his name is Fireman.
Fireman.
What?
His name's Fireman.
He just... Oh, her friend's name's Fireman? Wow,
Because it's frost and fire.
I don't get it.
It's my brother.
I never would have got
I
that.
thought it was a friend.
Well, we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Well, doesn't mean you're
Don't worry about it.
Okay! Fuck. Fine.
Let's go on a capital field trip.
Well, first I need to... Okay, well... Bye-bye. Thank you for the axe.
Wait. I'm not done yet.
Fuck do you want?
You seem like a very intellectual person, yes?
This is my library.
Yes.
I've read about every book in here.
Well, you know of my kind, yes?
Aarakocra?
Aarakocra, yes. Is there a specific meeting place where they might gather or live or any sort of thing like that?
I've heard something about Aarakocra's being in the town of Tother.
Uh-huh.
So if I were to go anywhere, I'd go to Tother.
That was the... How do you spell Toffer?
It's right here on the map, and I point to it.
Tother.
Damn it.
You're gonna hope he's just gonna do it?
Yeah? Oh, Tother! I get it.
What was it? Tother.
ER.
Toffer.
Yeah, sound it out.
I thought it was Toffer.
Toffer?
Yeah.
Topher.
With an F.
Tother.
Yes. Well, I know that now.
Well,
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank
Goodbye
you. Okay,
Did we get
bye-bye.
experience for that?
It wasn't a battle.
You don't need to only get experience from battles.
What did you do to get experience?
Talk to the guy. New quest objective. I want new toys.
You should have picked one of the weapons on the ground, you fucking idiot. And I kiss you.
Open mouth on the lips.
I would I before anything else happens, I'm like, I need to get some food, and I run to.
Sprite Pebbles hasn't eaten in 3 days.
I know. I need to run to like. Is there like a huntsman? Or
You guys are in the middle of the marketplace.
Yeah. I look around and I want to see if I can see like.
There's one person that's selling like meat.
Yep. I go right there.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. What do you have? Fresh catch of the day kind of deal.
Fresh catch of the day. Well, we got fresh deer.
Yep.
Got some fresh pork.
Do you have fish?
We do have fish, yes.
What kind?
Salmon.
How much?
Cod.
How much salmon?
We have about 10 salmon.
Okay. How much would that be?
For 10?
Yeah.
20 gold.
All right. And what about? Well, how big's your deer?
Well, we haven't quite cut the deer up yet into fresh meat.
How much is it?
You just want the deer corpse?
Yeah. How much?
20 gold?
Sure. And I give him 40 gold for 10 salmon and a whole deer.
That doesn't seem like a proportionate rate at all. I think
Well, the
10
salmon
or an entire deer.
No, because all that I had to pay for the deer was the hunt. For the salmon, I had to pay for the catching and the cutting of the salmon, and we're not by. And I looked at the map, and we are not by a river of sorts. They had to import it.
Okay.
This is a port town.
No, it's not.
This is a port
Yeah,
town.
it is.
We're not
It
in
is?
the main city.
Yeah,
We're
it
in the
is.
port
I
town.
thought you said it wasn't a port town. I asked.
This is a port town.
Oh shit! I guess. They still have to fish it and cut it. My point still stands that it's a good investment.
Does anyone here sell magic items?
JJ, I'm literally looking at the map and I see a river going through the city.
I have a question. Does that vial of crystal blood, does it cost anything?
You're just gonna
Well,
dick.
No, I'm just wondering.
We'd have to find out yourself.
Cool.
As for you, there is a man selling kind of like an enchantment shop. He's got like a little thing set up.
Hello.
Hello there.
What do you have?
What? What do I have? Well, I don't sell exact equipment. I can enchant your things for you.
Oh, can you enchant my rapier?
Well, what enchantment do you want?
A million I don't know. I'm not versed in this magic item thing. What do you have?
Well, I can make it deal frost damage. I can make it on fire if you truly want
All
that.
the time?
All the time if you want.
So that was badass. And I'm like holding the 10 salmon and the deer. I'm like, I have the deer like behind my head, and I'm like holding it like, do that one sounds badass.
What? Is there a chef's choice?
Yeah, what's the special?
No, the special catch of the day.
The special enchantment?
Yes. Do you have like a secret backroom one?
Oh, you're wanting one of those enchantments. I do have an enchantment that can bring people back to life, as you can say.
Does that mean I can't kill people with the sword?
No. What it means is you can kill people. Yes, but if you choose to activate it, it's a 3-time charge, and you can only use it 3 times. But you can bring someone back from the dead to be your servant.
Are we talking like free will, but they follow my command, or like
They
a
follow your
thrall?
commands
But
fully.
are they like them? Do they have a mind? Can they talk?
They can talk, yes, but they're basically normal people. As soon as you give them a command, they will follow it. This is tested and true.
How much?
How much money you got?
All of it.
To give?
Yeah. How much money you got in total?
130 gold pieces.
It'd be 120 gold.
That's so much money.
For raising the dead? Think about it.
I mean,
I feel like that's pretty
it's
cheap compared
cheap
to what
in
it does.
comparison. But do I want it?
Get the fire sword, you dimwit.
If it's always on fire, that seems more than of an inconvenience than
Just hold
anything.
it.
Hold the fire part.
Both.
What if I need to stealth?
Put it out.
No, but it's always on fire.
Oh. Why don't you just...
Dig it into the ground.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, why don't...
Can I get one?
Can I get one of those? Can I get a number 2? With the fries on the side?
Can I get one that deals more damage? Maybe. Maybe not.
You want one that's just sharper?
What?
You want just to make your blade sharper?
Well, no, not sharper, like magically sharper, I guess.
Oh, I see. Magic sharpener.
Like,
Is that
like,
what you want?
Yes.
Okay, that'll cost you 25 gold.
Yes. I give him 25 gold.
He takes the rapier, he pulls out a magic pencil sharpener, puts it in and goes. It's a little shorter, but it does more damage.
How much more damage?
It does 1d6 of magic damage, along with what it does normally.
Heck yeah, that's so much damage. I'm gonna be the best.
Wait, what does it usually do?
1d8, so get an extra 1d6.
You get an extra 1d6?
Yeah.
Yo!
That's wild.
Get on my level barbarian.
If only someone wants an enchantment on an axe.
I pull out an axe.
You don't have any
want that
more
magic
gold.
sharpened?
I just imagine you like drop all the food and you're just like axe.
Does it also cost 25 gold?
Yes.
What would you be able to give me for 30 gold?
For 30 gold?
That's what I said.
That's not how that works.
30?
Well, no, if that's this price he said, if you can't, he set that price. I didn't offer it.
I offered,
He's asking
I offered him 30
He's
gold!
asking if he can get more.
Well, I understand that, yes.
That's how that works. It's called bartering.
It's
Called money. Do you get it? Anyway.
I feel unappreciated in my time.
I'm feeling personally attacked right now.
Well, what can you do with this for 30 gold?
That for 30 gold. Oh, the best I can do besides the magic sharpener. I mean, magic sharpening blade.
Okay, I'm sorry. To be fair, how do you magically sharpen an axe with a sharpener? Because it's...
Don't worry about it, it's magic.
Magic, you fool! Duh! Anyways!
Did you not see the giant man fly? What
Yeah,
I could do for you?
yeah, and this book. And I hold up the history of cheese.
The history of cheese.
It's a one-of-a-kind lifetime edition from the library because it's been closed for so long. I got it. Yeah, what can you do for me?
I'll give you the fire and the sharpen.
Is it on fire all the time, actually, or just?
Well, I can make it so you can choose if it's on fire all the
Yes,
time.
please! Yes, please! And I just throw him 30 gold. I just like take because it's the rest of the gold. I just take the rest of my pouch and I just dump it on his desk. And I put the book of cheese, the history of cheese, onto the desk as well.
What? You didn't even read it. You should have read it first.
Read it.
How do you know what it said?
He takes the history of cheese.
I know what
he
cheese
goes over
is.
to a little bag that's marked important things. He puts it in there. He goes, yes, I'm looking for that. He turns around, counts the gold.
Collector's edition.
One of a kind lifetime. He said lifetime ability. Jeez.
Book of Cheese, extended edition. Advanced.
He puts it into the sharpener. No one asks how it works, but it works. He puts it into the sharpener, takes it out. He then pulls out a little lighter. It goes. Here you go.
Is there like a button to turn it off, or is there a command word? Or how does it work? Or do I just have to
You
think
have
it?
to scream fire.
Fire! And it turns off? Cool, so what are the stats on that? So it does a d6.
Of extra magic sharp damage. And it has an extra D4 of fire damage and the ability to light things on fire.
Oh, baby!
And then the monsters got so much tougher.
Extra 1d6.
How much would it cost to put a lightning enchantment on my quarterstaff?
A lightning enchantment that'll cost around like 20 gold per se.
Ooh, I'll take that, please.
All right. He grabs it. He walks over to like a little back rod. He like goes up to a little metal rod. He kind of like hits the rod a little bit. He goes. He walks over to a different metal rod, hits it a little bit. It's about the other one, hits it once, and then like a lightning strike out of nowhere comes down and hits it.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Well, thank you. This is pretty cool. I like this.
To whatever the capital's called. Let's go there.
How much bonus damage does that do?
That does 1d6 of lightning damage.
Nice.
It has the ability to, if on a 15 percentile, to paralyze.
Well, goddamn it.
Thank you! And I turn around.
Are you naming it?
Of course I'm naming it! Why would I not name it? I just gotta get a good name.
Not
Thank
just
you very
running
much
back
for your
Shirley.
business.
No,
He then like, goes
Shirley's
over
a
back to his bag,
disaster.
pulls out the book, and just starts like flipping through it, like, oh, jeez.
Alright then.
Alright, yeah, so now I guess,
To the capital.
no, to my house.
To feed Pebbles.
I want
Do you have a bear sitter?
He's coming, man.
I want Pebbles to come. I like him.
I don't care what you think, he's more bear.
I'm going to eat you when you're sleeping.
True, you do smell and look like a chicken.
That's okay.
I've been thinking of deep frying you ever since I got this axe.
Okay, that's good.
Which I have now named Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Alright. So,
Nah, I named it Diplomatic Immunity.
diplomatic immunity. Any diplomatic features, you're like,
The zone of truth.
you're like, yeah, but I have this axe.
And I'm like, yeah, but I have diplomatic immunity.
You're like, what? Fire.
Yeah, diplomatic immunity, my great axe.
Cool.
Sweet. Alright.
So you're going back to a,
Yeah, I go back to my house before my meats and shit. Like that. And I open up the door. Pebbles!
in the basement?
Alright. And I lift up the rug. Pebbles! I open the thing and I go, Pebbles! I got something for you. I know, it looks really tasty. Here, and I just give him the salmon.
What the deer carcass?
I know, right? It's really neat. And I got this for you too. It's like, and he's like eating it now. And for you, Rook. And I like his fuzzy little head. And I'm like, alright, well, after you're done eating, we have to go for a long time. Is that okay with you? I hope that's a yes because it's happening anyways. And
I can't speak bear, but I'm assuming you're saying yes.
and I walk upstairs and I like, you know, get the rest of my things all packed up, ready to go, and I grab like this like really thick leather collar, and it has like a rock on the end of it, and I like put it on Pebbles' neck, and he's trying to like get it off, but I'm like, yeah, you'll be fine. And then from my back pocket, I pull out like this big, like the same color skin as me. Well, it's not skin, but it's like a bandana, and I wrap it around his neck as well, so it looks neat. And I'm like, we're ready to go. And I like pat my lap and I'm like, ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. And he's like, and I'm like, all right. And I grab the rug and I place it over him. And
So what are you trying to accomplish with this?
So that he's covered.
So no one can see him?
So,
So
dear,
just a giant
do you have a do you have a cart or anything, or are we just going, road trip hike style, or walk/fly?
Do I have a cart? Do I own a cart?
It's a cart that's powered by Pebble.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, that Pebbles would be pulling the cart.
So it's not a very fast cart.
It's fine.
But it's a cart. And it was kind of designed for just you, so it's a little snug.
Yeah, I got a cart. It's not the biggest, but we could probably all squeeze in there.
Cool.
Alright.
What if I fly in front of Pebbles, trying to get him to eat me so he runs faster?
Pebbles doesn't do that.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So, any more shopping you guys want to do, like get some food supplies so you can make the trip?
I have
If you guys
lots
look
of
at the map, which I think has Uxbrid, if not, I think I saved a bigger one. That's the actual entire country of Uxbrid.
How many days would it be?
It'll be about a, let me look at the map again.
Like cart versus on foot.
A cart, it'll take you about 5 days, and walking, it'll take you 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's take this fucking...
Can we fast travel?
This is what I'll plan. How about this? Is that we try to get in the car, or can we, I don't have any money left. How much money do you guys have?
100.
I got 130.
Can we maybe buy a cart that's big enough for all of us?
Including
Pebbles?
a bear.
Yes.
Look, honestly,
Well, Pebbles isn't that big. It's just a little bit bigger than me.
I think bringing Pebbles is a mistake. He's
What?
he's going to get
well,
killed.
that's your opinion.
Pebbles cannot get killed, because if Pebbles dies, I'll kill myself. And I don't want to die.
I mean, maybe
Therefore, Pebbles cannot
So
die.
therefore, Pebbles won't.
psychologically that may be true. Physically,
Stop. And I break into tears and I fall on my knees.
whatever. Let's just go.
And I get up happily and I'm like, okay, thanks.
Oh, fucking child.
Let's go find a car.
So you guys go back into the town. Kind of start asking around, like, oh, where can we get a car for me and my rug?
No, I'm just carrying all our stuff under a rug.
For me, my friends, my rug.
Anyways, yeah, where can we get a big cart?
And they all kind of point you towards the little, the harbor as a good place to go try and find transportation.
No, we want a cart, not a boat.
No, but it's a good place for transportation, like, in general, to get a car.
Makes sense.
Okay, we go to the harbor.
The harbor. You see a lot of people, like, on their boats, unloading, people loading. Some people, like, saying goodbye to their families. Some people, like, just trying to sneakily get on boats.
Not us. Anyways, is there a cart around?
Yeah, you see one person who is standing by like a bunch of carts with horses on them. You see one horse that is like red-skinned, one that is like pure white, one that is kind of like brown.
They go to that one. Brown.
Like
What is my favorite flavor of ice cream?
I love brown ice cream.
I like brown colored things. I like brown ice cream. I like brown pebbles.
You. And I go to the guy.
Oh, why, hello there.
You. How? The cart.
You want to buy a cart?
Yeah.
Well, do you guys know how to drive a cart?
I just.
Yes.
No, actually.
Can't be that hard.
Oh, actually, wait, no. I have a cart.
Yeah,
Do
you
I
have
know?
a cart. You don't
I know how to drive a cart. I have my license.
The cart license.
I need to see your carting license before I sell you a cart.
Oh yeah, and I dig into my pocket, and I'm like, shit, not this pocket. Oh shit, not this pocket either. Oh, it was in the first pocket the whole time. And I pull out a piece of parchment that says I passed my course or whatever I need.
Perfect. Oh, we should get that renewed soon. You're about to expire.
I can't read, and I put it away.
Anyway, I guess you don't even need to read to drive a cart.
I don't really need to read to do anything these days.
I mean, you need to read a book.
Do I need to read a book?
I mean, sometimes it's useful.
Why?
Look, do you want a cart?
Yes, I want a card!
It would cost you around 200 gold.
Fuck.
Can we rent it out?
Rent it, we'll have to come back and I can charge you more if it's not in proper, pristine order.
That's fine. I'm never coming back to this city. I
Sorry,
mean,
what?
yes, rent it. Can I roll a persuasion?
How about, can I help him by intimidating?
Sure.
Can it be like-
both of you roll?
Heck yeah.
Oh,
So
we both
I was
roll?
wrong before. But this is on D&D Beyond, not just me mathing wrong. I have plus 14 to persuasion because I have a 7 and then times 2. So
Natural 20.
Oh my God.
so
Here, I'll roll
24.
anyways to intimidate, I guess. 16.
He is unintimidated.
So, 50.
yeah.
He gives you the cart for free.
Hell yeah!
Triple high five!
Nice.
You didn't do shit. And I flip,
Flip him
and
the
I
bird.
flip him the bird. I flip Plume the bird, and from underneath the rug, you just see a bear paw flipping you off.
You didn't do anything either, Pebbles.
What do you have under that rug? What do you have under the rug?
What drug?
I guess you're right about that. I'm still kind of staring at you. Are you alright, Elijah? Kind of sort of freaking out?
He's laughing.
Ah.
Thank you. And I start loading my rug onto the cart. I'm like, go, 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 go.
Now we only need a horse.
There is the horse.
Where's a horse?
Oh, back in my days, it doesn't come with the cart.
The horse came because we
You
intimidated.
you bought the cart.
Well, you say bought.
I get you acquired a cart.
Or bye, and I. Nay.
Hey.
How does this book again? I haven't ridden a cart in so long.
I flick a switch on my wipers. The horse's tail just.
You like get on? Go Pebbles! Oh wait.
Oh shit!
Shaking in the back.
No, and I start to. And I start, traveling down.
So as you get towards the gate, which that's the gate you're going to, as you guys approach the gate, you get stopped by a guard.
Hey, how's it going?
You coming back or leaving forever?
Own property here, so I hope I come back.
Well, what are you leaving with?
A cart?
Cart.
We need to inspect your cart to make sure there's no stolen goods being taken out or taken into the city.
That's not how that. Well, how would you know they're stolen? They don't have a marker about stolen.
Shut up! We're searching your cart.
Can I persuade them not to?
You get your try.
Okay. So yeah, 19. Maybe you don't search our cart.
I'm not sure. Why wouldn't I search your cart?
Well, okay. If we were trying to get goods out of the city, why would we go through the main gate? If you search every single cart that comes through, we'd probably find some other way out. Like, let's be honest here. There's presumably a black market here, which means presumably underground tunnels. Why would any criminals ever... When was the last time you caught somebody going through the gate with stolen
Sounds
goods?
like something a criminal would say.
I got a question for you. How would you feel if I told you that you might be in big trouble if you search us? I do have diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
I do.
Prove it.
and I pull it out. Fire!
Are you threatening a god?
I'm showing you my diplomatic immunity.
Is that what you named your axe?
Fire. But I put it away. No.
That would be really stupid if that's what you named it.
Yeah, well, God, and I just and I go into the back of the cart.
I don't know why are you guys like trying to get him not to search it? We don't have anything. It's fine if he searches it.
As all
Is a bear stolen goods?
as he's talking.
JJ has said on multiple occasions that Pebbles is an illegal pet.
Anyways, as you guys are distracting him, I'm like, Pebbles, you need to get out. Pebbles, get out.
If you want to
And I'm
search
like,
the
and
cart,
Pebbles
then
and
you
I
can
are
just
like,
search the cart.
Pebbles and I are
There's
like leaving, and I like, guys, like Pebbles, stay right here, and I like pull Pebbles kind of to the side of the cart on the opposite side of where the guard is, so that when they're like, so the guard's on the left side of the cart and Pebbles on the right side, so when they kind of come like and they're rotating clockwise, when the guard comes like to the back, Pebbles is at the front.
All right.
Okay.
I want you to roll to see if Pebbles actually follows
Well,
her
what
commands.
do I have to roll for Pebbles? Oh, I should bring
Your
up a
Pebbles
character
dice?
sheet. I have to bring up a bear character sheet.
Bear character.
All right. So wait, what? For now, what am I rolling? What am I gonna do?
Pebbles, you're rolling a intelligence.
Okay, hold on. Brown bear stats 5e. Come on, D&D Beyond. Oh yeah,
Hey,
there
look,
it
it's
is.
Brother Bear.
It's D&D Beyond. Cool. Intelligence. All right.
It has a 2.
It has a -4, but I just rolled a 19. So
15. All right, it'll listen to what you say. Now I need you to roll me a charisma.
charisma. I'm pretty charismatic actually. I'm not actually.
I'm not actually.
18.
The plan goes exactly as you said.
Woohoo! And I just sit in the back of the cart waiting
Yeah.
under the rug.
I'm going to search your cart now.
That's okay. Go ahead. We got nothing to hide.
He starts going around the back. I'm mimicking. I don't know what. That's a horse.
I'm under the rug.
That's actually JJ's walking sounds. So he starts going around to the back, and you start going around to the front. So he starts
No, just the bear. I'm under the rug.
Sorry, the rug goes around. The moving rug goes around.
I'm under the rug in the back of the cart. Pebbles is just a bear walking to the front of the cart.
I thought you were walking with Pebbles.
Nah, I'm under, and I'm like shifting weirdly, so it rises suspicion.
What's this? So
And I scare him. Gotcha.
He does that sometimes, it's a thing.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I can tell. Anyway, I don't see anything back here that's illegal.
That was your entire inspection?
Well, he's looking around.
Stop. Why? He said he was done. Why would you push him further?
I'm just saying.
Stop!
God, it's no wonder you guys don't make any arrests.
Stop!
You didn't even look for secret compartments or anything?
Guy, who knows what's on this cart? We just bought this. We didn't even search it. For all we know, there could be a dead body attached to the bottom of this.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
get-
I don't know.
to get
Why?
into trouble?
I don't know. I don't. But don't test fate because fate is a fucking bitch. Okay, bye. And I just shut it over. I'm like, Pebbles, go. Pebbles, go. And we.
Pebbles?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, my name's Pebble.
That's a fucking. Your parents must hate you. Anyway.
Your name's Guard. What do you have?
You should talk to Frosty Boy.
Frostman or Brockfire. Considering you also said, oh, your parents must hate you. I think your sign is garbage in the first episode.
Yeah, well, we leave.
Alright, you leave.
We did it.
We got out.
We got out of the
We
city.
won.
So you all start heading down the path towards this capital of Uxbrid. It is about the middle of the. It's about 5 p.m.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh. Is
The journey into the world of Mythra has begun.
Nice.
As the sun sets.
On our 3 brave adventurers.
Take up the bag of dust. Consider it. Put it back away.
Another day. Another day.
Not today, old friend.
Not today.
as you look at the bag of dust and you look up at the sky, a single bird flies into your view. It's Plume. What the fuck is he doing?
Well, thank you everybody so much for watching this episode of the Unadvanced Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
Listening.
Oh, actually, do you want to fight? I'll fight you, kid.
Yeah, roll for initiative.
I'm
Slow
level
up, kid.
1.
I'll challenge you to hopscotch any day of the fucking week.
I just rolled 2 3s.
Well, thank you all so much for listening to the Unadvanced Dungeons & Dragons podcast, the Crystal Bloodline campaign.
My name's JJ.
My name's Elijah.
My name's Marshall.
And I'm Wendell, your dungeon master, and we will see you all next week.
Fade out music.